Hi there, my name is Rebekah Roy and I'm a fashion stylist. I'm based in London and I've been working as a freelance stylist for about 20 years. I'm originally from Canada but born in London. But when I first moved back to London, I ended up doing a work experience at Vogue, and that really sort of threw me into the fashion scene and learning how things work. I always get a lot of DMs of people asking me how to start in fashion. I think one of the best things and best ways to get in is by interning, because that's kind of how you learn everything from the bottom up. And if you want to work as a stylist, you need to learn every step along the way, what works for a magazine, what works for celebrity styling, maybe what works for e-com. There's so many different ways and avenues you can work as a stylist. But one of the things that I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about today was actually about creativity. I think while we're all at home right now, it's like, how can we explore our creativity and what can we do? And if you're a designer or a stylist or a makeup artist or a hairstylist, how can we do something here at home? And it's a question I've been thinking a lot about, because as a stylist, I work with a team. I work often with a designer, I work with a photographer or a videographer, I work with a hair artist and a makeup artist, and often a nail technician. So I really work with a lot of people and models. So what else can I do, and how can I fulfill my creativity and explore my art while I'm home on my couch with my dog, who's right here actually. Always good to have a pet around. So one of the things that I do in a lot of workshops that I teach is I work on mood boards. And you can do a Pinterest mood board, you can just clip images, screenshot them on your laptop. But I also really just like doing physical mood boards. So often any of the magazines that I really like, I just save. And then I sort of reach a moment where I'm a bit bored and I'm a little bit restless. I'm kind of looking for creativity, but I'm just going, I'm not quite sure what to do. And that's when I actually start looking for images, looking for inspiration. So I start tearing out images, and the images can be anything. They can be images of pets. They can be images of fruit, food, cars, absolutely anything. No edit. This is the thing. This is the time. Do not edit yourself. And that way you can explore. You can come up with different ideas. And once you've got a lot of images, like I'd say a minimum 20 to 60 images, really. It can also be words that you can be cutting out, sayings, slogans. And once you've got everything sort of laid out, and I would lay it out, I'd lay it flat on a table, then you can start to see a pattern emerging. You'll see some keywords that really resonate with you, and then you'll see some things that, I'm not too sure how I feel about this, and you might just put them to one side. But there might just be one or two things that really stand out for you. And then I'd say move in that direction. And it doesn't matter for me as a stylist if suddenly I'm putting images of cars together. It's random, but it's an exploratory process. So you're just kind of looking for things that inspire you. And I think when you find things that inspire you, that stimulates your creative process. And that's really, really important. We're always looking, how can we express ourselves and how can we drive creativity forward? And what is creativity? Where does it come from? And, some of the definitions are, it's something, being creative. We make something from nothing. We make something. And it's really interesting because it shows you that anyone can be creative, but we often lose it. We edit ourselves. It's kind of like when you're a little kid, you're really willing to try things. You're willing to try painting or all sorts of different things, and you're not worried about failure. It's the whole process and the joy of actually just trying different things. And so one of the things while you're doing this exercise, again, you'll start to see a pattern emerge. And when I was doing this a little while back, this was about 6 months ago, I started to realize I had a lot of illustration. I was like, wow, I really like illustration. And I can't draw anything. I don't even know where a starting point is. And so after I had this mood board, I started just sort of looking for short classes or workshops, and I found like a Saturday course, and I went and I was like, oh my God, there's a technique to doing this. There's these circles and you can do this. And it really sort of opened my mind, and it just gave me another creative outlet. Because one thing will take you to another, that even if you work in fashion as a stylist, it's not just about clothes. There's lots of other influences that you're going to have. So it's really worth exploring those. And I think it's just a really, really great starting point. So for anyone who's a little bit stuck right now and looking for something to do, that's definitely one of the things that I would work on. Some people do morning pages. You know, it's sort of brain dumping. Just write until you have nothing more to write. Then stay there and keep writing. And it's another way of finding the outlet for creativity. I like to do it through images. I have some friends who swear by journaling. So it's really finding the different processes that work for you. But also, even if I'm not a big person and who loves journaling, I still will go back and revisit every now and then, because it forces you to think in a different way. And that way we don't really get stuck in what we're doing. It's really easy right now to feel really stuck and really isolated. And the other thing is just reaching out to people. I think there's lots of contacts. Like today I was talking to a filmmaker. I've been talking to other different artists and illustrator that I'm really interested in working with. And I think we can start reaching out and looking and exploring our ideas together. And there's just different ways of working. Years back, I went to Saudi to give a workshop, to Riyadh. And many of the women that I was working with, designers, didn't have access to models, photographers, studios. So when you don't have everything you need, you kind of start to explore new ways of doing what you're doing. And so many of those designers started taking their own photographs. They started doing a lot of still life, finding different ways to hang up their garments on the walls and pinning, and then shooting them themselves. And I think that's the key, is to not limit yourself, not to go, I'm a stylist, I can only do this. If I don't have the clothes, I can't do anything. Don't self-limit yourself right now. Really just keep exploring. And find a ritual in every day and what works for you. I find that I'm getting up really early in the morning now. I'm getting up between 5 and 7, which is really unusual for me. And I'm finding a routine that works for me. So every morning I get up, I go walk my dog, and then I sit at my desk and I just let myself write and do research. And I don't know where it's going. I don't know if it'll be fruitful or not, or if I'll just have this exploration of different ideas that I might use in fashion shoots maybe in the next 6 months from now. But it's just giving yourself that idea of self-permission to explore your ideas and to realize that whatever it is that you want to explore, that it's valid. So go back and start mood boarding, have a little bit of fun doing that, and see where it takes you, because you have so much creativity, so many different options, but we get stuck in our head. And as editors, we actually learn to edit all the time. It's part of our job. We see a rail, we're on a shoot, we make the selection, so we're so used to going, yeah, this, and really doing that. So with yourself and your ideas, you actually have to just be really as open as you can possibly be and really explore all those different things and just see where it can take you. If you have any questions, you can DM me. My Instagram is Rebekah Roy _. So yeah, please contact me and I would love to hear from you. So if you have any questions, any thoughts, ideas, if you want to send me some pictures of your mood boards, or even to do some portfolio reviews, I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. Anyway, I wish you all well and good luck with finding your creativity. See you soon. Bye.